The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back to the channel, everybody, as we get set for the next time frame matchup in this 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge project. And today's opponent for the Habs will be none other than the 92-93 New York Islanders. Your starting netminders for Game 1 of this time frame is going to be Glenn Healy for the Islanders. Ken Dryden will also be going in net for the Habs, and we're just about set and getting ready to drop the puck. The adjustments have been made. Let's get right into game time. Without further ado, will the clock operator please start the clock? And we're going to begin with a visitor scoring chance with a 54, home player in 4. That is Rick Chartraw. He stops a New York Islander goal opportunity with a quality roll of hit or a square. Although Rick Chartraw does not have hit, he doesn't have a square, he does have hit. So that is going to be it for the first segment of the game. So he's the only one that changes, and we move on. We got a quality check, this time between players 4 and 3. That's Vladimir Malakov for the Islanders and Pete Mahovlich for the Habs. We're looking for the quality of star. Both guys have star, and we are going to move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 13. Home goalie must make place saves, so it's going to be a 4 or 5 with a dot to do so. And he will do so nobody flips, and we move on. Penalty check between Jacques Lemaire and anybody on the ice for the Islanders. So let's see here. We got... they could either tie, or the Habs are going to go on the power play. And if they do go on the power play, either Brad Delgarno or Darius Kasparidis will be going into the box. So let's have the decider decide what we're going to do. Dot, we tie. And we will tie. So it's either Mullen, Turgeon, or Norton who's going to be tying up with Jacques Lemaire. So it looks like, I think we're going to keep the symbols out there, and I'm okay with giving up Jacques Lemaire because he's the only one that needs to be flipped. So we're going to give it to Jeff Norton to tie, and that's going to be it for the first period here in Game 1 of this time frame matchup between the 76-77 Habs and the 92-93 Islanders. As you can tell, the score is 0-0 as we move on to the second period. Quality check between players 2 and 1. That's Jimmy Roberts and Brian Mullen. We're looking for the quality of hits. Oh, neither player has hit, and that will do it for the first segment of the second period here as we move on to the next segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 45. It reads, any visitor player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. We do have contenders. It's either King or Turgeon to either create the power play goal. I think we're going to give it to Derek King because Pierre Turgeon his assist rating is good. So I think we're going to give Derek King the opportunity to create the power play goal. So he's going to be moving in on Ken Dryden, who needs to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to do so. Can't and the Islanders get on the board courtesy of a power play goal courtesy of Derek King. Let's see how many assists are handed out in the play. 2 assists. As mentioned, Pierre Turgeon will be assisting Derek King on the power play goal. And we also are going to give an assist to Hugh Krupp. So King from Turgeon and Krupp is your ice-breaking goal-scoring stat line presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please always remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has great taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. The 92-93 Islanders lead game 1 of this time frame by a score of 1-0. We stay here in the 10th minute of the second period with a quality check between players 1 and 2. That's Bob Gainey and Brad Delgarno. We're looking for the quality of smart. Both guys have smart, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. We got a quality check between players 4 and anybody on the ice for the Islanders. Player number 4 is going to be Serge Savard, and it's going to be anybody. We're looking for the quality of star. Man, and the only guy out there with star is Steve Thomas, so they could either tie or go and give the Habs a chance to score. I think they're going to keep the lead and tie it. So Savard and it looks like Steve Thomas will tie it up as they both have star, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check, this time between both players in 3. That's Fitzgerald for the Islanders and Doug Riseborough for the Habs. We're looking for the quality of star. Neither player has star, and that's going to do it for the second period here in this one. So not before the 92-93 Islanders take a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Dave King. I'm assuming that is right. Yeah, Derek King. I'm sorry. Courtesy of Derek King on the power play as they take it to the locker room before coming back out for the third period with a score of 1-0. Oh, and it's going to be a visitor scoring chance and home player scores a goal. So whenever choice comes up, what I do is I roll the die. If you're tuning in for the first time in this project, thank you for tuning in. And I hope if you like the content that you seen, not only on this video, but in other videos on my channel, a like is appreciated, as well as a subscription, and also turn on the notifications bell so that way you don't miss out on any new time frame matchups in this project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the red die, and it's going to determine the player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. Player 4, that's Rick Chartraw. So Rick Chartraw is going to score the goal. Let's see how many assists will be handed out in the play. 1 assist. Guy Lafleur will be the lone assist taker, and the Habs tie it up, courtesy of Rick Chartraw. Even strength goal from Guy Lafleur. Oh, and it's oh my goodness! It's a automatic power play goal for the Habs. A 366 mark, according to the rules of Hockey Blast Express, is an automatic power play goal, no save roll. So let's see who scored the goal. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 6 is a reroll. Maury Wilson will score the power play goal. How many assists? 1 assist. How about... Ooh. I think I'm going to keep that square out there. So it's between Tremblay and Mahavlich. Let's have the decider die decide. Dot, it will be Tremblay. And it will be Mahavlich. Maury Wilson from Pete Mahavlich is your goal-scoring stat line, and the Habs take a stunning lead, 2-1 here in this time frame as we stick around with the here in the 5th minute of this third period. Home scoring chance of a 22. It reads, visitor goalie must make a spec save. So Glenn Healy's turn to make it. So it's going to be Glenn Healy's turn to make a save, as he needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the save. Oh, and he can, and the Habs will score. It's 3-1. Let's see who scored the goal. 8. Player with the best shot rating. That is going to be Steve Shutt. So Steve Shutt will score the goal, and 2 assists will be handed out on the play. So I think we're going to go with Tremblay, and I do want to keep one square out there. So we'll go with Tremblay and Savard. So Shutt from Tremblay and Savard are your assist takers on the Steve Shutt 3-1 lead for the Habs. And 3 goals down, and we have a cap total of 6 per segment. 3 more. We scored 3. We need 3 more until the segment ends. Oh, and it's a triple sixes. Okay. Injury to visiting players. So it's going to be an injury. We're going to decide. We're going to roll the red die. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6. The goalie is injured. Player number 3. Oh, that's Benoit Hogue. So he will come out of the game. And like normal NHL, as you guys see it on television, so like normal hockey, I play this as a team has a man down. So we played with 12 guys. Now we're down to 11 guys. So with that being said, no scoring. The segment automatically ends. We will move on. Excuse me. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 13. Home goalie must make play save. So a 4 or 5 with a dot will be 4 or 5 with a dot, I should say, for Ken Dryden to make the save. He does so. Nobody flips, and we will move on. Penalty check between players 1 and 4. That's Bob Gainey and Darius Kasparidis. Their penalty mark. Oh, it looks like Kasparidis is going to go to the penalty box with a penalty rating of 2. As Bob Gainey is going to move in on Glenn Healy. He needs to make a 1 or a 2 with a dot to make the stop. Can't, and the Habs score on the power play, courtesy of Bob Gainey. Let's see who assisted him on the play. 2 assists. And it looks like Lemaire, and I believe we're going to go with Jimmy Roberts. So Bob Gainey scores the power play goal from Jacques Lemaire and Jimmy Roberts. And all of a sudden, the Islanders are losing control of this ball game here in game 1 of this time frame. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs against player number 4. That's Vladimir Malakov. Hope I'm saying that right. And we're looking for the quality of Star. The only guy out on the ice with Star to tie, excuse me, the only guy out on the ice with Star is Guy Lafleur. So he's going to go ahead and tie Vladimir Malakov. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I butcher names, I'm sorry. And I do apologize in advance. They both have Star, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Home scoring chance of a 13. Visitor goalie must make play save. So a 1 or 2 with a dot will do so. Nope, it's going to be a 5-1 lead for the Habs. Let's see who scored the goal. 7. Player with the best shot rating. It's going to be a tie between Tremblay and Doug Riseborough. Dot, it's going to be Tremblay. Dot will be Tremblay. And it will be Doug Riseborough. Doug Riseborough will score the goal. 1 assist will be handed out in the play. How about it? Mario Tremblay. excuse me, Doug Reesborough from Mario Tremblay will be your goal scoring stat line for the 5-1 lead here in this one. And we move on to the next segment. Penalty check between both players in one. That's Marty McInnes and Maury Wilson. Both guys have the same penalty rating, and that is your ball game, folks. Stop the clock, please. Man, oh man, after scoring one goal early on in the first, and they thought they had this game all wrapped up, the Habs quickly scored 2 in the second and 3 here in the third to win it 5-1 and take game one over the 1992-93 New York Islanders here in this time frame matchup. So once again, stay tuned for game one's Biddy Beer game summary, as always, presented by Biddy Beer, the official beverage drink of the Play Games community. As always, with Biddy Beer, it has big taste at a Biddy price. It's Biddy Beer.